Hello, everybody. Welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's reading is a pick a card. This is your sign that you've been looking for, your sign from the universe. All right, so we're going to get right into it today. I'll give you guys some time to meditate on your cards, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your sign that you've been waiting for, your sign from the universe. You guys are attracted to the Vegans card. It says solitude, independent, peace. All right, so it looks like a beautiful family here, like on a picnic, and it feels like, almost like a self-made energy, like that independence, financial independence. Maybe they just bought their first home and they're creating their own family. And yeah, they just look super at peace with who they are and where they're at. Very grounded. All right. So we're going to take another one of these cards. Ooh. These cards have been doing this. There's like a bit of an explosive energy. I don't know if maybe where you're at right now feels chaotic. It doesn't feel like this peace. Maybe you're craving a little bit of solitude or peace. And this is your sign that it's coming in. Because these cards, it's like there's nothing, then there's, and then it just explodes. And maybe that's how life is felt, or maybe that's how this is going to come in. It's like there's nothing, and then it's like, whoa, all at once. We got to move. We got to get out of here. All right, so you got the Kabbalah, Tree of Life, Integration, Life Lessons, Emanation. Okay. So a lot with the trees, a lot with family here, growing, building roots. We're going to go to some tarot. Again, it's just like all at once. Okay, Justice. Page of Cups. Temperance. Queen of Cups. Yeah, so I don't know if you and someone else are like taking your relationship to the next step, or you're finally getting into a relationship, but I see like there's roots being laid here. So I don't know if this is your sign of like, hold on tight, because a lot of things are about to shift and change for you. As far as your independence, and maybe things have, really felt chaotic, but it seems like there's a lot of healing that is coming in here. Okay, a lot of healing within a relationship, maybe. Maybe things have felt rocky. Okay, but there's something here that's like being birthed. You guys are becoming anew. Your path, it's like there's a different path opening up here. And this is going to bring you a lot more peace and a lot more stability, feeling rooted, feeling grounded, feeling sure, feeling, okay, we made it through. Okay, there's a lot of healing here with temperance and a lot of self-awareness. All right, so there's a lot of balance coming in. So if things have felt unbalanced, chaotic, heavy, maybe a lot of changes happening, know that this was all here to shake things up in the right way so that you guys could be rerouted somewhere, possibly. Like maybe you guys were moving. Maybe you guys are changing home, changing, house in some way. Maybe this is just within the relationship and, things felt chaotic for some time. Maybe there were a lot of, things coming up that were still present within our hearts, still present within, our karmic paths. And so we were kind of cleansing those emotions, cleansing the heart space so that we could come into a much more stable, secure time together, or time in our lives. And for some of you, this might not be a romantic relationship or a family, but maybe it is within your family or unit or friendship unit, or maybe this is a business partnership. But just know that you're coming into a lot more healing and balance. Okay, the karma here with justice is being cleared from all of the heaviness and the darkness, and there is a new path of lightness, of peace, of independence. And I like the solitude, because maybe it's felt like you just feel like maybe you need that together. Like they feel like they're good on their own. Like they enjoy their solitude. They enjoy being away from, maybe you're moving to the country, or you're buying a land, or maybe you're moving out of your parents' place. You're moving out of having a space with roommates or something like that. It's like solitude is needed, and it's time to build roots. It's time to build maybe a larger family, or start your family, or start your home, or start your life in a more rooted and grounded way that's a little more aligned with who you are now, and what your values are and what you want. Because I feel like you've come into greater balance. Your relationship, if this is a relationship, has come into now greater balance. You guys have like crossed a threshold. And so your heart spaces are fresh, they're open, they're ready. Maybe ready for a child. Okay. But you guys are definitely, I think you have came through the worst of the waves of emotion, the turmoil. Okay, and so now it's going to be much more smooth sailing, and things are going to feel exciting again, and fresh again, and fun again, and heart opening, and just the waters are clear and calm, and we feel much more rooted and just nice and peaceful. Okay, so yeah, it feels good. And these two, it's funny because this tree looks like it's in like a winter, like it's about to come into winter, right? The leaves are falling off, yet here it's summer. So maybe it's like it's coming out of that winter where we've had to transform. We've had to kind of have an ego death, if you will. Our, things have been falling away, things we've been letting go of, right? And that's what the winter is here for, to release the things that are not going to be with us going forward, or can't fit into our lives going forward. Okay, and so that's what this season was for. As chaotic and maybe hectic or heavy as it was to release the extra baggage that maybe karmically, maybe it was within our physical world, to let these things go, because we needed something fresh and new, something that was ours or mine, right? Something we need, that fresh. And now you're coming into that summer where things are going to feel fresh again and new again and fun again, and yeah, but also super, super just calm and ready and grateful and loving, right? And it's just taking our time, taking it day by day, and being at peace and being in acceptance and being, yeah, just present with ourselves, with each other, with what life is now, and just having that nice readiness and just okay, at that, now we feel good. Now this feels good to grow. Now this is a space in which we can expand in the right ways. I feel like you guys are much more emotionally intelligent now, and it's like you can kind of recognize what's on your heart, and it's like nothing's so intimidating anymore. Like it's like, okay, I think you've gotten over the worst of your own healing, and maybe as a couple, it's like you've kind of already gotten past the worst of it. The Five of Swords, maybe. I'm going to get a little more information before I speak here. Yeah. You guys have been through a lot. Obviously, you have. Empress. Yeah, here's like all the heaviness, but now we're ready to build something new. It's like we've collected all the experience and all of the things that were necessary for us to build something proper and real for ourselves and long term, foundational, right? And this was a key component to that. It's like we had to see what was these giants in our lives that were going to maybe, hurt us in the future, who were going to eventually end this relationship or end, spoil this foundation or, rooted, grounded reality that we had wanted for ourselves, right? And so we were in this process of cutting out behaviors, patterns, beliefs, and destructive things that would have hurt ourselves, hurt our partners, and vice versa. Maybe those things were playing out too, and there may be times where we felt heartbroken or we were made to feel very small, okay? Because relationships do that in any form, okay? Business, friendships, family, lovers, right? They're mirrors of our deepest, darkest fears a lot of the time, because a lot of these things will play out through them. And so we have to then look at it in real time in the physical world, look at our own, fears and anxieties and worries, things that we, hope never we have to face. And then we're forced to face them. We're forced to see them through someone else some of the time, right? And so, but it's funny because here he's using one of the swords that was stabbed into the heart, right, as a tool going forward. So it's like you took what was there and you didn't run, right? You didn't hide. You faced it. And you took back the power, basically. You took back the tool, the thing that was there to maybe hurt you or steer you off of the path or break this relationship up or tarnish this foundation that was here being built. Because that's what these things do. They test us. How much do you want this? How much does this mean to you? How much does your own love mean to you? How much does your own freedom mean to you? Right? Are you ready to face your dragon? Are you ready to face the darkest thing that yeah, that is here for you to overcome. This is why you came here. Do you want to clear this karma? Right? Do you want a fresh slate? Do you want something real and long lasting and peaceful and independent? Okay. Do you want love? Do you want a happy family? Or do you want this, career that's going to, make you truly happy and fulfilled? Okay. So, yes, you're going to have to come up against these things. And it's always the very thing that you've been terrified of happening, right? That's always the thing we're faced with, and because that's our thing. And so I really feel that you faced it and you go, I'm not letting this get me down. I'm going to use it going forward, and I'm going to propel it forward. And guess what? It's working. Okay, it's worked. This is your sign that you are coming into a much more abundant time. And I think you've realized who you truly are and what you deserve. All right, no longer feeling like this small victim or this small player. It's like I'm the main character now. Like I've really proven myself. I've proven myself to myself. And you're ending a big cycle of that heaviness, of that, feeling overworked, feeling this is that karmic heaviness, right? That has been on us, that this is, the things that fill our mind, the things that we're afraid could go wrong or happen. These are like, circumstances of life that we have to deal with, that we're trying to keep up with. And so we're putting all of that down. We're clearing our karma. We've realized something new here about who we are and about life as a whole, right? That it is ever abundant and that we deserve the highest and the best. And you wouldn't have realized that without facing this thing and seeing how powerful you are and seeing how you act in a stressful situation, in a situation that was meant to destroy you or, keep you stuck, keep you down, keep you small. And you said, I'm not small. I'm facing this. I am this. I am it all. Like I am the one, and I'm going to do what I do, and nothing's going to stop me. No fear, no, whatever this is, whatever this was. I'm going to face it, and I'm going to face it with strength, and I'm going to look it right in the eyes, and I'm not going to back down. And maybe I am scared, but I'm not going to let it, keep me from my goal or keep me from what I know is my birthright. And so you really stepped up to the plate, and now you are that reflection of this. You are this person, and you're going to see it now all over. You're going to see it reflected in your outer world. So maybe this is a home. Maybe this is a piece of land that you get to, garden on. Maybe this is your own business, and you have to do very little now. You've done like the majority of the work, and it's just maintaining, or maybe you're about to build this thing, right? But I really feel like for a lot of you, it's like the hardest part is over, and now it's just time to build in a beautiful way, in a more peaceful way, because we're healed, we're ready, we know what we want, we know who we are. The plans are here, we got the plans, we have the ideas, and now it's just putting it into practice. Now it's just, following through and kind of taking it step by step. And I really feel like whatever this building is going forward is going to be a cakewalk compared to all this karmic clearing that happened. It's like the hardest part really is over. And that was the roots, that was the foundation that was meant to be built, right? It was clearing all of that. And now it's like we have great soil and we have a fresh slate. And now all we have to do is dig the hole and plant the seed. And I think the seeds have been planted, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the maintenance now. It's just the building of and like if this is a garden, right? It's like putting here, it's like the main things have been put down, and now it's just like, where are we going to put the walkway? It's just those design elements. If this is a house, right? It's like, okay, we know. Now we just have to go look at the houses. Now we know the area, we know the thing, right? We know what we want as far as a house. Now we have to go see what feels right. it's those types of things where we're just ready. We're ready to build in the right way because it's the concrete block is down. You know what I mean? It's like we've done the foundations already. Okay. The creator, look at that. Yeah. You are creating and building your life on a fresh blank slate. This is you now getting to create your world as you want it, with all of the beauty and all of the color and however you want it to look, however you want your home to look and be designed in, however you want your family. This is your family now, right? The past is cleared, and now we see ourselves. We have this fresh, perspective on who we are and who we are as a couple, or who we want, what we want this to look like and be, because it's not clouded by by things of the past that could have messed it up, that could have made us mess it up. Right? So, and we've already faced our biggest fear, so it's like, now what? Right? Our karma has been cleared, and so now what is you. 3, the Empress, is creation. You stepping into the role of creator of your own life, going forward, building it in the way that you want it to look, exactly as you want it to look. Okay, you are truly in a power position within your own life, and you are now a co-creator of this life. And someone once told me this, which was beautiful. I actually went to see this. He was a Japanese doctor. He was like an energy doctor. He did acupuncture, but he also did energy healing. And I was telling him, he picked up on all this stuff. And I basically told him about my growing up and how I was scared of having a family, because of things that I went through with my parents and I saw them go through. And now I did not want a family. I did not want marriage. I did not want children, for most of my life, until, a couple of years ago, until I met my partner, my soulmate. Okay. And even that took a while of us being together for me to come around. But it's once you fall in love with someone, everything changes, right? But anyway, so I was telling him about this, and I was just telling him my fears of having children and that commitment and getting married. And I was scared I was going to repeat the mistakes of my own parents. And he basically told me that, he's like, well, you're an artist, right? And I said, well, yeah. And he said, no two artists create the exact same piece of work, right? He said, you guys are two different people than your parents are, and you're going to create your own colors. That's what he said, and that really, really stuck with me. That was something big, big realization, and it was a deep truth. You are going to create your own colors here, no matter what what you've had to clear or deal with from your past, or whatever it was, this karma, that you have healed yourself. You have cleared a big karmic pattern. You are someone anew, okay? And you are someone who has been able to use these things in a very powerful way, in a very smart and beautiful way for yourself. And so don't have any fear of repeating mistakes, or repeating the mistakes of other people, okay, or having it happen. They want you to know that you have all your experiences still. You won't forget those. You are going to create your own colors here. You are going to create your life into its own work of art that is not an imitation of anyone or anything. Okay, it is yours. It is yours to create and to have and to be. And you're going to create a very, very beautiful and prosperous life for yourself, because that's who you are. Okay, that's who you are, and that's who you've become. And so it's merely, you can't help but have it be a reflection of who you are here and now, with all of the amazing, amazing things that you've been able to do within maybe very limited circumstances, or certain circumstances that were bestowed upon you. Okay. We're going to get you guys one last message before we go. Wow, you have the Queen of Cups twice. Wow. So you are going into a much more emotionally stable time. Okay, so this is your sign. Look, we even have the dove here with the little message. This is your sign, okay, that things are going to get a whole lot more peaceful and stable within your love, within your connections, within the emotional side of life, within your heart space. You're going to feel so much more at peace and so much more at home, and just like, oh my gosh, we made it through. We made it through. I made it through. You know, after some rocky waters, after some turbulent times, okay, you're going to feel so calm, so peaceful, so loved and loving. And it's here to stay. It's not something that's going to go away, okay? This is something rooted and here for you. Pile 1. All right, so that was your message. That was your sign from the universe that you've been looking for, all right? And I hope this resonated with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you did. And please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next reading. All my love, pile 1. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your sign that you've been looking for, your sign from the universe. All right, you guys were attracted to the Sparks of Light card. So if you've been feeling a little bit lost recently, or a little bit like in the dark without a lot of information as far as maybe your next steps or where to go next, what to do, then I think this reading is especially for you. Okay, this talks about finding like the inspiration or the sparks of light, the signs, the signals, as far as, you know, the moves to make or lighting the path ahead. Okay, so your path is about to be lit up for you guys. All right, they want to grab another one of these cards. All right. Wow, 2. Okay. All right, so Blue Temple and calcification. Yeah. Okay, so wow, this is such a crazy message. Well, it's deep here. So it's multidimensional, I'll say that. So things that were felt stuck, okay, calcified, are about to start melting. Okay, and look, we can see the darkness, right? It's starting to melt. We see birds starting to fly, like movement starting to happen. There's going to be signs, light guiding the way, where it's like finally things that have felt stuck, stagnant, stubborn, or unknown, mysterious in some way, okay, are going to start finally moving forward. You're finally going to be like, oh, there was the sign. Okay, cool. Now we can move here. Now we can get, there was that information. So now we can make this move. Now we know where to go here. Now we know what to do. Okay, in the Blue Temple, it talks about mystery. It also talks about imagination. So I think there's something great here that is about to begin. But I think there's a lot of mystery involved, but it's like it's leading you to much more connectedness, whatever this is. And I think what's now like melting is to be moved. It's like it's going to be moved and then recalcified, if that makes sense. It's also, they always remind me of music notes. So it almost makes me think maybe you're gonna get signs and synchronicities through music. Okay. You might get certain, signs that way. But it's almost as though this path is going to be created as you go on it. Okay, so it's almost like you're getting some kind of freedom here. It's like the light is finally shining. You're finally getting the yes or the go ahead or the answers that you need. But it's also saying that you have a big part to play in using your imagination in creating this, like, almost like work of art, going forward. It's like getting some kind of freedom here. Yeah, we're gonna get some tarot cards now. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, major shift. Major shift out of something that felt stuck, stubborn, you know, after maybe a long time. Maybe you've been in a certain place for a long time. Maybe you've been in a certain situation for a long time, and it's like you've been feeling, the things happening maybe behind the scenes, or that there's a shift happening, there's a big move happening, or a big, change occurring. But it's like you've been kind of lost in the mystery of it all, or it's only been happening within your imagination, within your mind, with visualization and with prayer, or however you do it in meditation. But now it's like it's finally coming into view. It's finally coming into picture. You're coming out of a time of darkness and mystery and into a time of divine clarity. And okay, now it's time to make the moves. Now it's time. I see the shift happening. I'm stepping into the shift. That's too much. The Chariot, movement, right? A lot of you could be definitely moving. Moving home, moving town, moving city, moving jobs. There's some kind of movement here, moving country. Into a different space. There is finally, I think after a long time of it feeling, like we said, right, calcified, stuck. Now we're finally, it's like, yay, the go ahead, here we go, the green light. Now we can finally sit in our car, in our whatever moving truck, whatever it is, and we can go. And it's like, okay, we finally have the answer we need. We finally have the yes or the okay or whatever the information was to allow us to go forward. And if you have not received it, this is what's the process that's happening now. This is the sign. You're receiving the sign to let you know that the light is coming, and it will be provided for you very, very soon. Okay, that you won't be in this kind of weird mystery without answers for much longer. Look, like we said, very, very soon, right? 8 of Wands, fast movement. Here you are. Maybe you're taking a flight somewhere, like movement. There's a lot of fast movement and fast forward progress on something that wasn't moving, something that was so stubborn. And it's like, man, here we go. Okay, now we can play. Now we can, now we can go. 4 of Wands. Remember, we were saying that moving home, entering a space of more freedom, maybe more creative freedom, freedom in our lives. Maybe we are buying a home, or we're settling down, or we're moving into the next steps of our lives, but we're reaching some kind of big moment here, some kind of like momentous time in our lives, something that we've maybe been wanting and waiting for a long time, but we just didn't have maybe the right information, or it wasn't, maybe we were needed in certain places for a certain amount of time. Maybe our job or our lease wasn't up until a certain amount of time, and so we had to wait. Our contract, whatever it was. And now it's like finally there's some kind of sign, signal, light that gets shine, and you're like, this is it. Okay, this is it. Now we can go. Finally, we can go, move. And this is a big shift happening, okay? And it has something connected to your stability in a big way. And maybe that's you guys, maybe you and someone else getting married. Maybe you've been, there's been a lot of chaos happening within the family or within life, and we just didn't know when we'd find the time or have the funds to do it. And then finally, here's the light shines. Oh, we can do it now. We finally saved up enough, or the venue is free, or grandma's feeling better. So whatever it was, right? So it's like there's something here that it's green lights go. Okay, the light is finally shining. It's melting away something that was stuck, stubborn, and now we get to play. Now we get to go and fulfill something that has been a long time coming, honestly. And it's like our whole lives are shifting. Our stability is shifting in some kind of big way. We are having a big move, having a big shift, a big change in one way or another. It's going to be different for everyone. I'm just going to grab, look at that. Look at that. Moving on from something that just doesn't feel good anymore. It's not aligned with us. It's not stable. It's not somewhere that feels right. And so we got to move on. Okay, we got to move on. It's a burning building. We got to go. It's hot, it's uncomfortable, it's, right, the weather's not great. Okay, we gotta go somewhere, the weather's nicer, it's not on a cliff, it's just, there's something here, it doesn't feel good anymore, it doesn't feel right. And so we gotta move on, we gotta go somewhere that is stable, because where we're at is built upon shaky ground, and so it's time for it to crumble and melt away. It's time for us to take flight in new ways and for our highest good. It's like we got to do what's right for us. We got to go where it's stable and where it's secure and where we're going to feel safe and we're going to feel happy. And so this calcification, this thing that's melting down, is going to require a moving on. It's going to require you to leave something behind. It's like the energy is finally coming undone, coming loose for this movement to happen. And whether that's come from you two or you, like, doesn't have to be a relationship, right? It's going to be related to your stability in some ways. Could be a job. But whether it was dependent on your readiness, okay, when you internally finally felt ready or finally felt like I've gotten, everything I needed or everything I could gain or gather or learn from this, excuse me, I'm just going to reach this card. From this situation, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, look at that, y'all. Look at that, y'all. That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. Okay, so we have a new beginning, a new physical beginning, okay, with the Ace of Coins. This could be a new job opportunity that requires you to leave your old job. That could be, or, requires you to leave the city you're in, right? Maybe it's in a new place. This could be you getting a new place and having to move. And it's somewhere that's much nicer, right? In a nicer area, somewhere we can grow and build a family, okay? Grow and build in a more stable, solid, secure way. So there is something fresh, brand new coming in, right? That you're gaining the information, the go ahead, the light. Here it is as the sun comes through the window. And there we go. Okay, here it is. It's our move. We know the time is right. The time is fresh. The time is now. Let's move on it. Here it is, right? This starts off as something new, exciting, right? It builds into something foundational within our lives, okay? Something that is going to allow us to take care of ourselves, take care of our family, pass it down, share it around, okay? We are building something of lifelong value within our lives and within the lives of those close to us. All right, this could be, let's say you're starting your own business and you're like, all right, where I'm at now, I don't feel that this is, a secure job for me. People are getting laid off left, right, and center. I've been wanting to leave for a long time. Then finally, the moment happens, or the light shines down, right? Where the wheel of fortune kicks off. Your boss comes in, they go, look, we're unhappy with your performance, and we're not going to give you the raise that you were supposed to get. Okay. You go, thank you so much. You just gave me the signal I needed. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Okay. I got something else that I'm working on, or there's some kind of other opportunity, or I've been looking around and I'm gonna go take this, right? So it's that it leads to something much more stable. It allows you to build your physical world in a bigger and more stable way. So it just grows. It starts maybe as just one time it was an idea, or it was like it was in the ether. It's been in the ether for a long time, and you're like, man, it would be nice, right? And then it finally presents itself to you, and you're like, okay, here it is. I'm taking it, right? I'm going. The time is now. This new thing's entering my life. We're going. And then, or we're finally it's not, maybe it doesn't get presented. Maybe you're just like, we're going towards it. There's something here. There's a potential here. I know it's there. So we're going to go check out this place in this other town or country or whatever. I have a feeling. I've had this, whatever. And then you go, and it ends up, you buy it, you settle down. It's the greatest thing. You build it into exactly as you want it. It grows and grows and grows. It becomes your family home. You'll be able to pass it down to your kids. You know what I mean? It's that. Okay, and that could be a business, and that could be a career. It's something that has lifelong potential and great stability. Okay, so you are coming into something much more stable, safe, secure, abundant, loving than what you're leaving behind. What you're leaving behind is nothing good for you. Okay, it's insecure, it's unstable, it's something that's coming crashing down, all right? Or it's got to come crashing down, maybe not for all involved, but for you at least, all right? And you got to go. You got to look out. You got to make sure you're stable, your life is stable, and you're finally going to be able to go towards this and have this new beginning that's going to grow and lead into something much, much grander than maybe even you realize at this moment. But I really do feel like you've had a lot of time in the ether with this thing. You've had a lot of time within your imagination to build this and to imagine it for yourself. And now you're finally getting the opportunity in the physical to have this as a reality for yourself, which is so exciting. I feel like you guys literally manifested this. You've been building it, Okay, we have the Judge. Now, I don't know. I'm going to read this card out of the book. Let's see. The Judge. This almost reminds me of like a priest or something. Even though they should a judge. Discernment, advocacy, right action, compassion. It says the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be a seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. Wow. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. Gandhi had an incredible illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. He practiced silence one day a week in order to hone the discernment while on his revolutionary path. Wow, that's fascinating. So, yeah, it's like the black and the white. There's that, yeah, I love this actually, because I fight with this concept a lot of the judge. Like, is it right to judge? It's, thou shalt not judge. Not that, I think that every idea in the Bible is correct, but it's, when people say, it's hard not to judge. It feels like a natural thing, right? And so it is that hard thing you can't turn off. Like, it's kind of within us, right? But there is that light and shadow aspect of the judge. And let me know in the comments what you guys think of this as well. Like, I'd love to, share thoughts. Because not everything is black and white, right? There is shades of gray in every situation. Can't always judge someone. Yeah, because you don't know the whole story. You don't know the background. And so maybe what they're trying to say here is that whatever you're leaving behind, whatever this tower was, or whatever you're going to face going forward, is to not judge it too harshly. And I also think that maybe you feel judged, or you felt judged, you will be judged. As we all are and do, right? But maybe this is just something for you to contemplate within yourself of, instead of turning around and judging people who judge you, really going the high road with it. And maybe this is going to be part of your path going forward, is sticking up for the underdog in some way. Maybe you will be practicing law, or you will be helping those in need, right? So yeah, I see, like, it's like a hand is out here and another hand is raised. And discernment is such an important thing to have, because, and the judge is such an important thing to have, because it allows us to say, when is enough, and enough is enough, instead of us, let's say you give and you give and you give, right? And then you give enough, but the person you're giving to ends up betraying you, or they don't appreciate it, or they take advantage of you. At that point, you have to, discernment has to step in and say, no more, right? No more. I can't do this anymore. I'm not, this is no longer fair or just. And so the judge has to step in with discernment and say, okay, that's enough, right? And when you're a parent, this is a very important thing to have, right? But you don't want to be a tyrannical judge. You don't want to be someone who's constantly punishing, judging, and putting down. You want to have that balance of mercy and use the judge to help others out of a tough situation, or to help encourage. This is an interesting message, and I'm not really sure why this is important, okay? But it is, okay? And maybe you're gonna feel judged. Maybe you have been feeling judged, and so they want to just tell you that, maybe not to throw it back, or to not make this, to be balanced, like with the Gandhi message, putting yourself into silence, to balance yourself before taking a side, or having an extreme opinion, seeing it from all realms, and using it for good, using for change. I don't know why this is important, honestly. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen, so maybe this will give us a kind of broader idea of why this was brought up, and I'm going to find this one. I think it's close to the beginning here. Okay. It says the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. The Empress. Okay, we had the Empress, didn't we? Didn't we? Maybe not. No, that was pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, maybe there's a message in there for you. Okay, the Mother, Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. We see that again. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. Okay, here we go. We got some deeper detail here. Okay, if the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. Wow. Okay. It says, read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Then read about Inanna, Tara, and Hera. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. Wow. Wow. So there's a few messages here. So there's a message of not accepting less, being discerning with what comes in and what you deserve, and not accepting less than that within, whoever you deal with, within your partnerships, within life, within, offers that come on the table. And there's also, like, let's say you're getting a higher position, right? Let's say you're starting your own business, and maybe you're going to have people who work with you. They're also telling you not to be tyrannical, like to keep yourself in check, to be a benevolent leader, to be in balance within the self, within the light and the dark, and the light and the shadow, right? It's to not lose yourself in whatever's happening, and maybe it's in greed, and maybe it's in being so focused on growth and work, or you know, whatever this thing is, building something where you kind of lose the plot, or you lose the sense of why you did this, or why you started this, or, you know, allowing the room for God. And we see the apple here, right? We see the snake with the apple. And it's that's, and that might just be a gem, but to me it looks like an apple. Okay, it's that always that temptation might always be there, and to always stay balanced, to always, you know, and to use the dark feminine as well, or to use the dark masculine, right? Those are there for a good reason, to keep us safe and to keep us from getting, you know, the wrong deal, or put us in a tough position. Okay, but not to allow too much of one thing, where it will sour, or where we become someone who spoils something that could be very beautiful. And so we can be a positive example and leader for others, and not get lost in the judgments, or lost in the sauce, basically lost in what's going on, to the point where we forget, you know, our connection with self, and with the universe, and with God, and what's right and righteous truly, and not just this, you know, fake egoic righteousness, if that makes sense. And I hope it does. And even as if, like, you're building a family, right? Even as a parent, you can this applies. It's to be that patient, loving, and forgiving, but also know when to say no, right? Not to let yourself get pushed too far, or get, you know, a point where your family or your kids don't respect you, right? So there is this, I think they just want you to stay in this divine balance of love and forgiveness, and not letting anything, you know, hit you too hard, where remember who you are and what you deserve, and you are the empress, you are the emperor, you are a fair, kind, and honorable leader and person. And don't let anyone spoil that, or don't let anyone tell you different, or don't let any kind of circumstance let it get to your head too much, in which, you know, you lose yourself in that process. Okay, so I think there's big things ahead for you, and that's why this message has come through. So yeah, be steadfast in everything that's happening. Stay grounded and stay aligned with who you are, and with your higher self, and with your spirituality. All right, so that was your message, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments, and please give me a thumbs up if it did. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading or a healing session with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading, pile 2. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your sign that you've been waiting to hear. Your sign that you've been looking for. Your sign from the universe. You guys were attracted to the 4 of Cups. This is discontent and boredom. Pardon me, hold on. All right, so yeah, I don't know if a lot of you guys have been feeling a little bit dissatisfied with life, with results, with how things have been going. Let's find out a little more. I keep hearing ungrateful. And guess what? We can all be ungrateful at times, so, you know. But maybe there are things that are trying to show you themselves that are beautiful. And so maybe your perspective needs to shift a little bit. Look at that. Maybe it's been in love. Maybe you're discontent with love, with how relationships have been going, or with life as a single person. Or maybe this is a new beginning, just a beautiful new beginning that's going to make you feel very fulfilled. Okay, so look at that. So whatever you were discontent with or bored, unsatisfied with, and just feeling like there's a hole, maybe in your life, or things haven't been moving in the way, there is a new beginning. See, they've been trying to show you signs here. I mean, this is your sign today, but I think they've been trying to show you signs of this coming through, that maybe you've been seeing for a while and you're like, man, I don't know, like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I've been seeing them for so long, right? And finally it's coming in, it's beginning, right? You can finally see it, you can finally have it in your hands, it's finally here for you. So you're going to feel a sense of great gratitude, okay, very shortly coming up, for this new beginning in your life, this new heart opening experience that is coming through. It's going to make you feel very good, very happy. All right. Deception and envy. Yeah, maybe that's something you've been dealing with within relationships, or within, people, situations for a while, and you're like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm done with this. I'm tired of, I'm bored of these masks. I'm bored of these, characters. Yeah. Heartache and loss. I'll move that in a bit. So we got positive movement forward, 8 of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful confirmation of finally movement forward, finally progress. And we have strength with power. I'm going to move these flowers just a little bit. Y'all are beautiful, but we need the space. Okay. Yeah, it's like there's been so much in relationship today, which is amazing. I love it, right? And it might not be a relationship for all of you, but it's been something in your life that's really caused a lot of pain and heartache, okay? A lot of disappointment, making you feel maybe alone and isolated and tired, and maybe it's brought up feelings of unworthiness, like in the past, and all of these deceptions, all of these people who are maybe not real friends or not real, soulmates, and maybe, workmates that kind of went behind your back, or people that just feel, insincere or fake in some way. And that's been making you feel like, I just don't belong here. I just don't feel I fit in. I don't feel that fulfillment of experience or fulfillment of relationship. I don't feel I belong in one way or another. And so this is a love, okay, a new relationship, a new experience. It's going to make you feel so much more seen and heard and felt and loved. And I see 2 different colored sleeves here. So it almost looks like 2 different hands coming together, okay, and sharing an experience. All right, so whether that is in friendships, or whether that is in business partnerships, or lover, okay, maybe you're moving somewhere, and where you're moving is going to bring you into this new experience, into people or places and things that feel better to you, that feel more at home, that feel like these are my people, right? Or this is my place. But there is movement here. There's progress finally, out of stagnancy, out of stuckness, okay, out of boredom, out of dissatisfaction with life or this situation or how it's been, okay. Finally, I think you have come into some kind of divine balance within self, okay. And I think you've realized your power, and you've realized what you deserve, and that it isn't this, okay. In this time of stillness or stagnancy was there for you to come into this balance, and all of these shady characters, or all of this shady energy that was in your life, was meant for you to focus inward. Maybe they isolated you for that reason, okay, so that you would go within, so that you would have no one to distract you on the outer world. Because maybe if you were so dissatisfied with the relationships or with the people or with the energy that were outside of you, because you just didn't click, because, you could see that there was something off, or there was masks put on, or they just kept betraying or backstabbing or lying or whatever it was. Forced you to go within yourself and find who you truly are. And maybe you had to face these characters. Maybe you had to, confront certain people or certain behaviors and say, like, no more. Like, this is BS. This is not working for me. This is not okay. All right. And so there was something here that had to trigger you into either going within yourself. Regardless, it was going within yourself. Okay. Finding that true power. Finding, okay, this is not for me. This is not what I deserve. I deserve more than this. I am more than this. I'm going after more than this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the hangman, exactly. You were put into this position, this time of stuckness, stagnancy, sacrifice, right, of isolation, of loneliness, perhaps, so that you would see something in a new way, see self in a new way, so that it would open a new doorway for yourself, right? It was to allow you to see self in a new way, see your life in a new way, okay? Gain enlightenment, gain new sight, okay? Maybe see the situation around you in a new way. Why does this keep happening? Why do these people keep coming into my life? What is it? What is it within me that's attracting this? What is it within me that's accepting less? What is it in me that is, feeling that I deserve this kind of bullshit and lying, cheating, stealing, or whatever it is? Why does this keep happening to me? I got to go within myself, and I got to look at what's there that's attracting, allowing, accepting less, or accepting this. Okay? And so that's why you were here. All right? We got the 9 of Wands. You have come through a lot. You have come through and overcome a lot. And you have healed a lot. Look at that. You have healed, baby. All right. This is your sign that you are fast coming out of this stuckness, stagnancy in a fast way. And you are entering a time of fulfillment, of love, of true connection, okay, of emotional fulfillment, of happiness, of, oh my gosh, yes, finally. Okay, this is you connecting with other people who are like you, who truly honor you and see you and appreciate you and feel you and love you. Okay, so that definitely can be a significant other, but that could also just be friendships and clients and, family, soul group. Okay. Man, you guys have really been going through it. I feel you guys. Yeah, maybe you guys are moving from somewhere in order to find this. But there is, regardless, you don't have to physically be moving. But you are moving out of a time of stagnancy, okay? Things are starting to progress, okay? That might mean you leaving behind an old situation, okay? And beginning anew, because there is a new beginning, a new heartfelt, heart-opening, loving new beginning here, okay? You were meant to look at all of your past situations, all of the things, all of the traumas, all of the toxic things that maybe were within you from your own experience that were taught to you or given to you or conditioned in you, right? That were going to not allow or block this 10 of Cups, block your happiness, block your fulfillment, okay? So you had to go through what you went through. You had to go through every single experience, every single mountain you had to climb and hill you had to overcome. All right. And it was like, man, it made you into a warrior, though. It made you into such a killer, okay? Into a beautiful, beautiful. This is the card of the wounded healer, okay? Healers are healers because they have been through so much, but they come through the other side, definitely scarred up, definitely bruised, but they're standing, and they're standing strong because they faced it. Okay, they faced it, they got back up, and they kept going, and they kept trying. Okay, and you've done this, you've sacrificed so much for this, and now you're finally stepping into this. All right, okay, so don't worry, things are going to start moving really, really soon, very fast for you guys. King of Pentacles, yeah. You're about to step into a lot more stability within self, stability within your life, into your relationships, yeah, into what it is you create. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, everything you've been through has taught you your power. It's taught you what you deserve and who you truly are. And it's like, I'm no longer this kind of lost, accepting less, sad, vulnerable, I'm not going to let people walk all over me. Now I'll chop your head off, like now no one, you can't mess with me. I've been through too much. I've gotten myself out of huge difficulty. I've built myself up into, someone really successful, someone very solid in their knowing of who they are. Okay. It's like, I love his face here because it's just that knowing of self. It's just like, no one can tell me who I am. No one can tell me what I can do or what I can accomplish because I've made it through the darkest parts of myself and of my experience, and I'm standing strong and I'm standing tall, and this is what I have to show for it. Like, this is, I know I can do anything now. I know I can build anything because I'm solid within myself. I'm solid in my knowing of self, and I'm having this new beginning, and now I'm completely satisfied, and I get the sweetness that life can offer me, and I get the abundance that life can offer me because I realize that I deserve it. Okay, and I'm getting that new beginning. You got an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Coins. I'm getting that physical new beginning. I'm getting to start my own business. I'm getting to move to that new place and settle down here, which allows me to build. Right? Whatever it is, there's something new, a new beginning of the physical that is attached to a great emotional desire. Okay, so there's big new beginnings for you. You are going to be moving very, very soon. So please, please remember that, and don't allow this discontentment and boredom to overcome you, okay, overwhelm you, because trust me, you are going to be out of it very soon, and things are going to move very fast, okay, and you are going to have great new beginnings that are going to feel amazing, and it's because you're ready, and because you've gained so much wisdom and so much knowledge of yourself, and no longer accepting less, okay, and now being able to discern situations, that aren't good for you. Seven of Wands. The Hierophant and the Two of Wands. And you have the Nine of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you've accumulated so much that it's like what you're stepping through to now is something that maybe only you knew you could do, only you believed that you could do, and you had to defend your knowing of this truth, a knowing of who you are. Okay, and I think now is the time for you to expand into this person, into this role, into this community leader or parent, teacher, wise person. All right, because of all of the things that you have gone through and accumulated within your experiences, within your years. Okay, it's now there is a throne upon which you are invited to sit. Okay, and you are expanding, and maybe this means a move, but okay, but there is some kind of, sacrificing the old for the new. It's moving beyond, in order to fulfill bigger shoes within our lives. Okay, a lot of earthly energy here, Taurian energy, so it's very second house. It's very much our stability, our physical world, our material world. Okay, you might be giving people advice. Maybe you're like a some kind of guide or consultant, maybe, because I really see you maybe building up your own business, or maybe your abundance from something that from nothing. It's like maybe you took nothing and created something really, really stable, or that's what you're about to expand into and start growing something of great business, of great value. And so I see you here being someone that people can come to. How did you do it? Show me the way. And you kind of give your trade secrets, or you tell them the experience of how you came up. Okay, maybe as just a motivator or an inspirator in some way or another, how you got through it, how you were able to accumulate this, how you were able to overcome so much naysayers, how you were able to, stick to your guns and make it through and, fight your way through, right? So there is great wisdom and practical wisdom that you have to give and to teach others. Yeah, there you go. It's funny. I think you're connected with pile 2 for sure, because these two cards came up. All right, so Eight of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands twice, so you have a lot of fast forward progress. Do not, look, things are not going to be stuck and stagnant for long. Trust me, things are going to be moving really quick. And where you're moving is you're moving into your stability. Okay, you're moving maybe houses, okay, moving places. You're coming into more freedom emotionally, into more freedom physically, okay, within your own space, within your own vibe, within relationship, okay? It's going to feel very good. All right, sorry about that. We also have the Nine of Cups, okay? Making our fulfillment be real within our lives, okay? A wish, a dream, coming real, coming physical, okay? Feeling that fulfillment, feeling that joy. Look at that. Knight of Swords to the Six of Swords. Please, again, guys, you are moving. I don't know where you're moving. I don't know how far or how short this move is or this movement is, but I swear, this pile, you guys are moving somewhere. You're moving on. You're moving on to something else. Okay, there is a fast movement into something a lot more peaceful, something a lot more aligned. Okay, you're coming out of a time of brokenness, I want to say, they're telling me to say, of maybe chaos and maybe feeling, yeah, like we just have so little to our name, or we just, maybe those around us have made us feel less than in some way. And so we're moving on, and we're taking what we got, and we're with our determination, with, our bravery, with our courage, and the knowledge that we have gained so far, and we're taking action forward. We're leaving this place. We're going on. We're moving on. And what we're moving towards, straight into, is our fulfillment, okay? Is a wish, is joy, is self-satisfaction, and deep heartfelt desire. Okay, something that we're going to be so every day. It's like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us here. Thank you, Lord, for having, giving me the strength and determination to make it through these things, and to have made it on the other side, right? Made it on the other side so that, we could finally enjoy our lives in the way that we wanted. We can feel that freedom and that self-satisfaction and that stability, okay, that we've been hoping and praying and wishing for so long. Okay, we're going to get you guys one last message here before I let you go. All right, so for my pile, whoa, that's a funny sound. Okay, moment to moment, be present. Okay, this is like the opposite of the Four of Cups. This is like, stay balanced through this all. Take it step by step, moment to moment. All right, don't try to look too far forward. Just be where you're at and stay balanced in the flow. Be in the flow. Be in the flow of life, and take one step at a time. Just see what's right in front of you to deal with, okay, and go there, and just keep moving like that, and that will keep you in the best balance and give you the best possible outcomes. All right. Any last messages? King of Cups, healing. Okay, you are healing. Your love is healing. Your heart is healing. This situation that you're moving into is going to heal you, okay, and it's going to empower you, and you're going to feel safe and secure and loved, and your heart is going to feel whole, okay, and you're really expanding on a deep level, emotionally, physically, spiritually. All right, well, let's get one more just for fun. Okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, like, I think what you're building is something really big, but we see a pregnant woman here. I think you're about to birth a new life. And this new life, I think they're just saying, have patience with the growth of this new life. I think you're about to start it very soon. Like, it's like the baby gets born, but then it's like the patience of teaching that baby and the growth process, right? So they're saying, take it moment by moment. Don't rush anything. Just enjoy this process. Enjoy every phase of this process, of this growth, and of this new beginning, and of this learning, okay, and of this becoming. All right, because every phase of this is beautiful and unique and so necessary. And there's so much beauty and gifts in every single aspect of this growth and of this beginning and of this creation. All right. So that was your message, pile number 3s. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you guys. Please let me know in the comments if it did. And also give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. You can also book a healing, an energy healing session. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next reading, pile 3. All of my love. Peace.